I respect brands that in the first place don't want to include me. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm not sure what I'm going to be naming this video, but hopefully you guys can understand the idea behind this. But make sure to like, click and subscribe. So what I want to touch upon is stop begging brands to be inclusive, guys. Stop begging them, please. Let's stop in this 2019, because to be honest, I'm sick and tired of it. I'm seeing so many things that brands are doing that are so fake inclusive, and being fake inclusive is basically putting out products in mind, knowing that people buy them and be so happy, like, oh my days, thank you so much for thinking about me. But then on their brand pages, I'm not seeing the reflection. It's just not there. And when I'm talking about inclusivity, obviously I can only talk about it from my perspective, being of a dark, deep skin tone. But obviously when I read through comments, when brands launch products, I understand the other end of the spectrum, where people who are really pale skin, who aren't being included. So I'm talking about, you know, those extreme ends. But like I said, I can only really talk about my point of view, because I can and never will be very pale. I'll always be dark. So that's the only side I can really talk about. But yeah, why are we begging brands to be inclusive? I don't understand it. In this day and age, brands are saying that people, especially people of color, dark skinned people, especially when Fenty came out and that whole little rush to go and buy Fenty, brands have popped onto that and now using that, you know, to be able to make more money. And like I've always said in sorry, in other videos, brands care about the money. Well, I should say all brands, yeah, but a lot of brands do care about the money, regardless, okay, of any business. Just forget makeup for a second. Regardless of any business that you are in, you want to make money, no? And you want to make a profit. You don't want to invest in something and not make a profit on it or stay on the same level. So when brands before weren't as inclusive, okay, they were making money. Obviously, that's why they were able to put out more and more products. But now it's like, oh, now we've seen that, oh, really, there's, you know, a market for people of deeper shades or various skin tones, where there has always been a market, mind you. Now they're starting to put that in, and there's nothing wrong with it, but the only issue is, I like the fact that you're bringing up stuff in my skin tone, but why can't I see people like me on your pages? Brands will put out a product during that time period where they'll just, you know, put a few pictures to promote that product, or during that promo time period, they'll be showing off, oh yeah, we've included everyone, blah, blah, blah. But going through your page, once in a blue moon, it's like, oh, I can see someone like me, and oh, there's someone that, you know, I can relate to. And it's like, why are we not seeing this, and why are we still begging them? And they have all these influencers going on trips. I understand for smaller brands, sorry, let me just backtrack. I understand for smaller brands, I give them a bit of leeway, because they're smaller, they don't have as much money, even though they have money, you know. And eventually they do put out more shades for skin tones. It's very hard when you're a smaller brand to, you know, put out a larger range of skin tone, or you don't have as many investors. But when it comes to smaller brands or brands that I haven't really heard of, I'm like, okay, it's fine if you don't have my skin tone. Like, I'm not as bothered. But so many big brands, like, why am I asking Tarte to find me a foundation? So, like, why am I asking Beauty Blender when there's other people out there that are coming out of my shades, like Makeup Revolution, which is sorry, Makeup Revolution is fairly new in comparison to these other brands. Makeup Revolution is fairly new, and they managed to get my shade. Juvia's Place, when it comes out, have my shade. Fenty has my shade. Elf has my shade. NYX has my shade. Like, why am I going to battle with all these other brands when there's other brands out there that are actually catering to people with, you know, paler skin, extremely pale skin, or dark deep skin tones like mine? Like, why are we begging? Especially when they have money. They have the money and resources. That's what I don't understand. They have the money and resources to do all these things, because you have time to be sending somebody to Bora Bora or Hawaii and living their best life, and that is cute to look at. Like, I'm not mad about brand trips, because you know there's more to feed into us. But why are you not investing more money into putting out things for everyone? Like, forget the trips for a second. Like I said, it's nice to look at, but where's the stuff that people are looking to your brand for? And like, that's why it's just like, I've got to the reason where when I see a brand doesn't have my shade or things like that, I'm just like, do you know what? Like, number one, I might not be surprised. Number two, I'll go where I'm needed, or somebody that wants me. Like, if you're like, let's say in a relationship, if someone doesn't want you, don't beg that person. Don't beg them. Just move on. Find somebody that will love you, treat you right. Somebody who wanted you in the first place, not somebody who was, you know, unsure if you would meet their quota or meet their mark. And it's like, makeup is meant to be for everyone. When you're going for a job interview or you see something that advertises, that's meant to be for you, everyone, because we are everyone. And they go, oh no, sorry, you weren't qualified for this job. But I thought I was everyone. Nah, but sorry, you're not qualified. You move on to the next. You move on to your next interview. Move on to the next job, which will accept you for your skills or whatever it is. And I think that should be the same with makeup. We shouldn't be begging brands like, oh, please look for me, tagging them here and there. Remember me. It's like, I respect brands that in the first place don't want to include me. When I see that, it's like, oh, okay, that's fine. I respect that more than brands pretending to be fake inclusive just for the promo or whatever, and then in the actual business, either brand trips on their page or statements or anything else, that their inclusivity is not there. I'd rather you just don't show it than pretend to show it. If you guys understand what I'm saying, that makes much more sense than, oh yeah, we really want to include you guys in this. And it's like, no, you just want the money. You really want the money. You're not thinking about people. All you're thinking about is your profits, and it doesn't make sense. And because they understand money, you guys, including myself, should be spending your money elsewhere, because it'll be like, they will see the difference. They'll see a drop, right? And I know it might sound backtracking on everything I'm saying, but they might want to include, you know, appreciate people a bit more. But to be honest, by then, I think for me personally, I'm saying it's a bit too late when there's so many people coming out of makeup brands, and people nowadays are saying that makeup is saturated. I was like, yeah, I can understand why, because people aren't seeing things that they keep telling companies to do, and they're not doing it. They're too busy on doing brand trips and including people who they really want to include, not all this fake inclusive stuff. And I've had that problem as well, is in where my money goes. I would sometimes buy things because, oh, it says a specific brand on it. I'm like, what brand would I first bought? My Lancome. The first time I bought Lancome was because, oh my days, so many influencers talk about it. When I wore that foundation, I'm like, guys, I'm wearing Lancome though, and people be like, ooh, Lancome. Like, do you guys understand? When you buy specific brands, like, oh yeah, you've got, you know, it just shows a little bit more pizzazz. And I have trouble. I do that sometimes as well. It's like, yeah, I got this one for you, I got this. And sometimes it's like, you have to take a step back and be like, where am I really putting my money? Lancome is inclusive, by the way, but where am I paying my money? Where am I actually putting it? Why am I spending my money on a brand name where they don't even care about me, and I'm having to do so much for a foundation or concealer, whatever product they've got out there to work, when there are people that they're like, guys, we're right here. We're right here, like, we were thinking about you since you were born, come along. And we're like, no, but I want this name. We've really got to stop doing that, guys. We've really got to stop begging brands to be inclusive and spot all these fake inclusive brands and give our money elsewhere. So that's all I have today. Make sure to like, click and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys on my next one.